Denison.
Speaker, my question is to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, Tasmanians are anxious right now about the GST and whether or not the formula will be changed to our disadvantage. This is a separate matter from your Braddon by-election promise that Tasmania will not see its dollar amount of GST reduced. So, Prime Minister, when will the government respond to the final report of the Productivity Commission inquiry into the GST and in particular make clear the government's intention regarding the formula? And, Prime Minister, most importantly, will you now commit to not change the GST formula to Tasmania's disadvantage?
The Prime Minister has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I acknowledge the gentleman from Tasmania has asked the question in the presence of one of his distinguished predecessors from the Tasmanian House of Representatives team. Mr Speaker, the government has been given the Productivity Commission's final report on horizontal fiscal equalisation, which examined our system for determining how GST revenue is distributed among states and territories. This will be released within weeks, not months, but we obviously have to go through it and read it carefully. The government is committed to release the report in June. As the Treasurer has committed, both Cabinet and the state and territory treasurers will have the opportunity to be briefed on the report before it's published. There will still be an exhaustive process that follows the Productivity Commission's report release. We'll consider its recommendations and work with the states and territories to come up with a package of reforms. It's important we take the time fully to examine any proposed changes to our system of horizontal fiscal equalisation and to understand state and territory views and perspectives. It's also important that any new arrangements are seen as being fair everywhere. They have to pass the pub test in Burnie as they do in Bunbury or Ballarat or Bendigo, right around the country. And, Mr Speaker, I can say to the honourable member, whatever changes are made to the GST to make it fairer or more transparent, the payments that Tasmania will not be reduced by a cent. Tasmania will not lose a cent, and we will ensure that.